If you have children under the age of 13 or unable to care for themselves due to physical or mental limitations, and you pay for childcare so that you can work, carry on a business, attend school, or conduct research, you may be able to claim a deduction for childcare expenses on your annual tax return. To claim a deduction for childcare expenses, you must meet certain eligibility criteria. The child for whom you are claiming the deduction must be under the age of 13 at the end of the tax year, and the child care expenses must have been paid to a qualifying child care provider, such as a daycare center or a licensed child care provider. You'll need to gather information about your child care expenses. This includes the name, address, and taxpayer identification number (TIN) of the care provider, as well as the amount paid for care during the year. You'll need to file Form 2441, Child and Dependent Care Expenses, with your tax return to claim the deduction. On this form, you'll need to provide information about your income, your child or dependent, and your child care expenses. The form includes a worksheet to help you calculate your deduction, which is based on your income, your child care expenses, and the number of children or dependents for whom you paid child care expenses. If you are married or in a common law relationship, either you or your spouse or partner must have earned income during the tax year. If you meet these eligibility criteria, you can calculate the amount of your deduction based on the total amount of child care expenses you paid during the tax year. The maximum amount of child care expenses that can be claimed varies depending on the age of the child and your income, and there are different rules for claiming child care expenses for children with disabilities. It's important to note that there may be other rules and limitations that apply to claiming the child care expense deduction, depending on your specific situation. For example, if you are self-employed, you may be able to claim a deduction for child care expenses as a business expense rather than as a personal expense. Additionally, some states may offer their own child care expense deductions or tax credits, which may have different rules and limitations. Also, you should keep accurate records of the child care expenses you are claiming, such as receipts or invoices from the child care provider, in case you are asked to provide documentation to support your claim.